Hi everybody, this is my 2010 Fat Boy Low, but it was reborn quite a bit in 2011 as I added on some accessories and gave it a little bit more horsepower and a little bit more style. First thing you can see is I added the Vance & Hines big radius exhaust and the ventilator kit. What you can't see is that I have added a Stage 2 103 upgrade kit, which gives me quite a bit more low end torque. And I added in the 260 cams as well, which gives me a lot of that top end horsepower, which I really like. Comes in handy since there are a lot of hills around here and I can accelerate without any issues at all going up those hills. Originally I put the heavy breather on there, but every time my wife came into the garage and saw that thing sticking out, she got so excited and she was wearing me out, so I decided I'll just go back to the ventilator, and now we're back down to our normal 8 or 9 times a week, which gives me more time to ride. I do note that Godsmacker has the heavy breather on his, and now I understand why he needs to carry that pig sticker to keep those ladies at bay. You can see that I added a detachable windshield, which comes in handy here because it is a little bit cooler here in the Northeast, and I can extend my riding season several months by just keeping the wind off me. Plus I ride on the interstate a lot, and at 70 miles an hour that windshield comes in extremely handy. Nice thing about it is it is detachable. I can just pull it off when I want to cruise up and down the city streets and have a little bit more style. But I've really enjoyed having that windshield. Other thing you can see is I've changed out the handlebars. Stock handlebars were a little bit too low and too far forward for me. Looked at the drag bar, but I didn't like the way it went into the triple tree. So I went ahead and decided to go with the stock Fat Boy handlebars, which give me the reach that I want and gave me that outside angle, which is a very comfortable grip. So this is just an effortless way to ride for me, and I've really enjoyed these new handlebars. You see I've added on the tribal grips, the tribal mirrors. When I get to the front, you'll see I put a couple banjo bolts on to hide some of the hardware around the clutch and the brake cables. Added that Fat Boy concho just to keep the lines similar to what the tank has. And you can see I've added in the speedometer with the tach, which is really nice because with the 103 I can redline a lot higher and I can keep track of where I am with that tachometer. I took off the passenger pinion and added a fender bib and a little tank bag, which allows me to carry a couple extra things. I also added in the capacitive oil cap, and so I can just punch a little button there. It tells me my oil temperature and tells me my fill level without having to take the cap off. Changed out my brake linkage and added in the tribal foot pad, raised fin derby cover, a couple of axle covers to kind of hide those big ugly bolts. Smoked out my lenses, put an LED tail light on there, give me a little bit better brightness, some safety, and put a layback license plate on there. Swinging around to the left side until I changed out the derby cover with the fins. Added in the tribal shifter linkage, which I think gives it quite a bit more style. Shifter pegs went to tribal, and I added in a chin spoiler, which I think makes the bike look a little bit lower, and it kind of cleans up the front end a little bit. Overall, my goal was to have a low bike with a little bit of style that's comfortable to ride, and I think I was able to do that to my satisfaction. I've really enjoyed looking at the videos that Godsmack had and Not First Enough had, and a couple other folks that have showed what they've done, and it's been very helpful to me. So I hope this video helps anybody else that has a Fat Boy or a Fat Boy Low decide what they want to do with their bike. Harley's pretty expensive, so we want to be able to get it right, and I really like the opportunity to be able to see what other folks put on their bikes first before I order something. So this is my 2010 Fat Boy Low with modifications. I think I'm pretty much done with it. I hope this video helps those who want to change up theirs, and just an open thanks to all the folks that have posted their videos to YouTube, which has helped me immensely. I'll give it a quick start so you guys can hear it. There she is, fellas. Thanks again. Take care.